Alright, welcome back. So let's talk about the Exalted Predator. So after running a few matches, it feels like this class is like a normal build, so normal HP like the Hunter around there. I feel like grenades and explosives really damage this Predator really fast. So if you're using the dual swords, I find that it is fun to use the dual wielding primary fire, but it's very susceptible to being parried. Like it's very easy to parry it because you have two swings back and forth. As for the secondary fire, the unparryable animation, it does it 2 hits, but it's got to be a close range, so it's hard to get someone as they're running away all the time, unless you're very close. But it does work well with combination of a net gun, which is what I find made it a bit more effective. You net them, switch over to the sword, and just spam like the secondary fire. That's the best thing to do, I find. So this one is done on the elevator. Yeah. So without the net gun, it's more of a like taking a chance to target one player with the secondary fire and hopefully not get shot down by the teammates. But if the team is very good, then you're most likely going to be doing like hit and run tactics, hit them once, jump away, or twice. Because if you stay there for a long time, and if it's a good team, they're going to melt you. Yeah. So I mentioned the issue with her cloak. It drains energy very fast, and I did recommend using Energy Cell, which does seem to help. But then after more testing in a match, I find I went back to Adrenal Boost because I really want that extra stamina regeneration so I can get the bonus damage from specialization called Stalker, which seems to help a bit more because I was kind of testing out the dual wielding swords a lot more than the plasma caster with Energy Cell. So that's why I went back to using Adrenal Boost. So this part here, this one is down, and I net this one on the wall and spam secondary fire over and over. Pretty good. Yeah. So it's an okay class. The swords are fun to use, but I mean, you might get parried from using primary fire very often. So really, the main use is using secondary fire. Maybe hit him once, jump away, come back. But overall, the swords feel like they're pretty good. But in the end, if I want to go like straight out melee flat damage, I might as well use the Savage Predator build using the specialization Ghost and Hook, or the Sickle. But I will try out the Savage Pred with this weapon and see how it compares to the Sickle and also the Hook. Because it does say the secondary fire is unparryable, so yeah, I'll try it out and see how it goes. But overall, it's an okay Predator. I mean, the only specialization worth using is Stalker. If I were to use this build against a really good team that I faced using my normal Scar Predator, I feel like this one would really struggle. So I think this build, and this class of course, is more like a fun build to play with. Like if you're being competitive and want to take a match very seriously against good players, you might struggle with this build. You might. But yeah, I will try out the dual swords with the Savage Predator in combination with Ghost and Fearless and see how that fares out, and compare it to, the same build with the Sickle and the Hook. And I will let you know. But for now, I think it's an average Predator class. The swords seem okay. They're fun to use. But anyways, I will show you what I was using in these few matches here. So here's the build. It's got Stalker, net gun, dual swords, medkit, bear trap, audio decoy, adrenal boost, fast hands, and also fearless. So with that build, I was using the net gun to net them up, switch over to the dual swords, and just spam secondary fire while they're in the net. But if you want a melee build that does a single hit with big damage, just go for this build right here. But of course, as always, remember, these builds do not guarantee you'll win against every single team out there, but they might help you get better. And who knows, maybe a specific build might work better for you in most matches, So my final thoughts on the Exalted Predator is I feel it's like an average Predator. It's okay. The stats are pretty much almost equal to a Hunter. That's what it feels like. But yeah, it's okay. But the dual swords are fun to use. So that's it. I will see you later.